Aries, my name is Crystal with Salt City Tarot. I am going to be doing your December 2019 tarot card reading. So I've already pre-shuffled the cards. I'm going to shuffle them again just a bit. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And December 2019, this is the last month of 2019. So it's pretty interesting to see what energy is going to be coming out for you guys this month. I am using the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. It's an old deck, but I love it. And also I might be doing some clarifiers with the Morgan Greer. We'll find out whether or not the energies kind of want me to do that. And oracle card I'll be using is going to be the Earth Magic. It was gifted by a friend, and I absolutely love it. So I'm just going to shuffle up just a bit more. And yeah, so if this does not resonate with you, please check other readers, as there are plenty of wonderful readers on YouTube. But yeah, Sun, Moon, Rising, sometimes your Venus, Aries is also one that can resonate for you. If you have questions about that, I like to go to astro.com for that, but there are plenty of other places you can find that information out as well. You just need your birth time and things of that nature. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, December 2019. All right. Going to be doing the Celtic Cross spread today. And let's see what energies we have for you guys for December 2019. It's been a bit. Kind of neglected my channel for a while, so thank you for those of you subscribers that have not unsubscribed. It's been quite some time, so it looks like I've got some y'all left, so you'll be probably pretty surprised. I also did not read in reverse on camera. It just depends on the situation. If you have questions, please let me know. Also, I am an intuitive reader, and I've been reading for several years, so if you have any questions, please let me know. Let's see what we got for you guys. And at the bottom of the deck, what do we got here? All right, Aries. I do follow-ups as I need to, so FYI. Cool, so let's see what's going on for you guys for December 2019. You're showing up here already. So at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Nine of Swords, okay? I am going to pull a follow-up for that already, just because I do like to clarify things. And I'm a Scorpio, so I'm pretty, I like details, especially as a reader. So it does look like we do have the Four of Wands followed up by that, okay? So there might be something going on in the home, and this might be, like, if this is a love reading, and it pertains, however it resonates to you is how it resonates. It's up to you guys. You know your lives better than I do. However, I am just here to tell you what the energies are that are coming out, okay? So there might be some stress, some anxiety and such coming out in regards to the home, okay, in the month of December. And for those of you who celebrate the holidays, that might have something to do with it, but we'll find out, right? So let's see what else we have. I don't feel like this is like a terrible thing, though, FYI. Like, it's not just like, it's not super heavy. It just kind of seems like there's something going on that's like making the waves are a little crazy for the overall energy, right? So here in the center we have the Four of Swords, okay? So there's a lot of thinking, there's a lot going on with family for some of you guys, okay? And if it's not family, then it's like somebody you consider to be your family. Or like someone who you're in a close relationship with. This could be your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Reason I say that is, with the Four of Swords here, this guy's kind of like, he's taking a time out, he's taking a minute to kind of regain his energy, and maybe even like, it's almost like a Hanged Man kind of energy for me, but it's not so major arcana, right? But one of the cool things about this card is here in the window. If you're familiar with tarot, the Six of Cups depicts something a lot like that here in this window, okay? So you have these people, there's a man here, or woman, I can't really tell their gender, but here, and they're looking down at this other person, they're kind of helping them out, right? And so it's the way that I have always taken this card is that this person's taking a time out, and they're kind of trying to figure out what to do, what next steps to take in regards to a situation, okay? And so let's see what we've got here. The Eight of Pentacles, okay? So this is what was crossing, what was in the center, okay, of the reading. So that's kind of the heart of what's going on as a reader. So we've got, okay, so as an Aries, because with the Eight of Pentacles, this man is hard at work. He's taking a lot of time out. He's working really hard on something. He's building something. It could be a relationship or building or even working, because Pentacles are all about money. So maybe working really hard in regards to something having to do with relationships, having to do with family, having to do with things of that nature, right? So that's kind of what's going on for y'all, like in the center of the reading, and here at the bottom of, at the bottom of the deck. This could also be just some anxieties over like something having to do with, I really feel like for some of you Aries, this does have to do with a relationship sort of a situation where there's a little bit of stressy happening. There's a lot of hard work and effort being put into it, but there's like some taking a time out to kind of figure out, like what the best next steps are. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't think that it's anything detrimental. It's just kind of, like I said, like I'm seeing like crashy waves. Like it's the waters are not as calm as normal. Let's just say, but nothing to be super worried about. Here in the recent past, we do have the Magician. Okay, so big time for manifestation, right? And this is about the last like 2-ish weeks ago as a reader, and so with the Magician here. Lots of manifestation going on. You have all the tools that you need in order to move forward. And I feel like that energy is some November, October, November is this month that I'm recording in, but October, November energy. A lot of hard work and effort in manifesting something, right? And then here we are in December, still working away. So I feel like you're just taking this Magician energy into the month of December. Here on the mind, right, we have the Devil, okay? And again, a lot of readers will say, oh man, it's the Devil. It's the worst card you'll ever get. What can you do? The Devil, the Death card, and the Tower. And, I really feel like it definitely depends on the cards that are surrounding you in the situation. And I really don't feel like this is what this is. I feel like it's feeling kind of like a lot of you guys are working really hard. Like, I'm just going to say, a lot of you guys are working really, really hard. And I'm feeling that with this Devil energy. It's just like, because it's on the mind, it's on the brain, it's your current reality, and it's what you're thinking of. But then you have this Eight of Pentacles, okay? So you're working really hard on something, having to do with the family, and you have anxiety in regards to that, right? So you feel kind of stuck, because with the Devil, he feels stuck. It could have also to do with, like, an addiction of sorts, and, just even with this guy here, like working away, it's something that, you feel stuck to, right? You're working away at something. Even if it is something that you want to be doing, it's not like the most comfortable thing, right? Because you're like, look, I got to do this thing. I'm tired. I get home and I just want to have a break and not feel so stuck all the time. Try to take a minute, and I feel like that's what you're doing. Okay, this is kind of interesting that these two are right next to each other. Because then we have the Four of Swords, where here this guy is taking a moment to kind of chill and relax and kind of reflect on what's going on in the situation, right? And so it's interesting that this is here above it, because this is feeling stuck in the brain and the mind. But then you have the Four of Swords here that's kind of taking a time out. So I feel like you guys are really, you're picking, I'll have a lot of, so as an intuitive reader, fun fact, a lot of messages come in at the same time, because I'm reading for every Aries, like on the planet, essentially. And so you get a lot of messages coming in at the same time. So it's like, give me just 1 second really quick just to kind of catch up with what's happening. So for some of you guys, there's a really strong message to take the time, okay, to go into this Four of Swords kind of mode, okay? Because I feel like you guys are going, like, some of you guys are going like a million, kind of hamster wheeling it, and you're going like a million miles an hour, and this is either physically in life or it's in your head, or things are a lot busier than normal. you're feeling a lot more pressured and stressed, and you're not feeling within your element as much as you have been in the previous months, right? With the Magician. The Magician has control over everything in his environment, right? He has control over this sword here. He has control over the wand, the cup, the pentacle, everything, right? And he is the one that is in control. However, cool thing about it is that, bear with me, you're in the near future. Take the time. That's like the huge message I feel like for the month of December. Whatever is going to be, whatever's happening, whatever's stressing you guys out and making you feel stuck in regards to home, family, finances, things like that, family, home environment, finances with this guy, kind of feeling like you don't have as much control over things, feeling like you're stuck in something, okay? Take the time, and I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be taking the time to kind of like just process, right? Just process. It takes a day to process. And if you don't have a day to do it, that's fine. Like if you're driving, do it in your car, take a minute before you go to sleep or whatever it is that you can just, and if you have, like if you take a bath or something, like take a moment to process, give yourself a break, and allow yourself to kind of wind back a bit and put yourself back into Emperor mode, right? So Emperor can be Aries as a card, right? So Emperor is essentially the card of Aries. That's y'all. So here we are in the near future, and now here you are back to the Emperor, okay? So you go from the past as the Magician. You have all this crazy happening. You feel a little bit, ugh, and then you become the Emperor again, right? So that's awesome. But yeah, take the time to do the things that you need to in order to realign yourself with where you need to be, okay? So here at the bottom, and this is kind of just like at like the pit, you know, of the stomach and what's happening and what kind of you're kind of almost longing for in a way. We have the Three of Cups, and that totally makes sense in regards to the situation due to the energy that I'm picking up, right? So taking the time, like, hey, like I miss being able to go out, do things, have a good time, be able to just relax, do the things I need, like, you know, the things that you need to do in order to make yourself happy, to nurture yourself and what it is that you need in order to feel. Everybody has this, most people in the world have this longing when they're going through this, like, slew of, like, crazy, where they kind of feel like they're a little bit out of alignment. Where they're like, man, like I really need a break. I really need to just like go have a drink with my friends, go get out, go have lunch, whatever. So that's kind of what it is that you're thinking about here. So let's see what else we have, and I will pull follow-ups as we go. Okay, I feel like this could be relationshipy for some of you guys. Because we do have the happy home here, but for majority of you Aries, like I feel like if this does have something to do with a relationship, it's because you have the kind of the wavier waters, right? And the feeling stuck. And you feel like you're working really hard on something, but it's not really going in the direction that you want it to in that regard. And if that is the case with the Devil here, I mean, you guys could be feeling stagnant in your relationship. I don't get that for majority of you. I get that energy for 30% of you, let's just say, right? So as any information comes out, I'll go ahead with that as well. But I feel like a lot of this does have to do with y'all, like in the inside, like in your gut, right? And a family and things of that nature. And the family can just be, if you're a single person, you have a cat, then that's like your family, right? Well, obviously, like you have like your external, but you know what I mean? So you're taking the time to go in. You might just be starting something new, a new project, and doing something and working really hard on a new project, and kind of saying, hey, look, I need to like retract my energy for a bit, and maybe make the time to like go out and do something with someone, just so that you can kind of realign yourself. Anyway, so how you are being like, how you're feeling essentially is going to be this Page of Wands. So this is a fire sign person, okay? But it's more of like an adolescent. And that doesn't mean that like you are becoming an adolescent, right? It means that you have a passion. It's a new passion, usually with this Page of Wands, right? Because it's like it's like the seedling that has the little leaflings that come up. And it's this passionate new idea, it's this passionate new adventure, something that you're wanting to put in for not information, but that you're wanting to put effort and such into. And so you're taking the time, and see how he's looking at this wand is like, okay, like you and me, buddy. What do we need to do? And so some of you guys, I feel like in the month of December, something is hatching for you. Some little seedling is starting to grow. And this could be something that you're working really hard on, right? You're in the beginning stages. You're starting out, or some of you have been doing it for a while, chugging away. But this is how how you're feeling. Is this like you have this new kind of thing? Interesting enough, how people see you is the Knight of Wands. So whatever you're manifesting here is being seen by others as the Knight. So they see you as going off on your own journey, doing something, running towards something that you're very passionate about. A lot of the Knights, it depends on what suit. Like if you have like cup swords or pentacles, I know there's a pentacle that the horse's legs are both planted down and like the slowest horse, right? But this guy, he's hauling ass, right? So this horse is like, I'm getting it, I'm going for it. And how very fire sign of you, right? How very Aries, you're like, look, I'm going for it. Like, nothing's going to stop me. And people are seeing you this way. So you're working really, really, really hard on something that you're passionate about in the month of December, okay? And then here in your hopes and fears, we do have the Fool card, okay? Again, I don't feel that this is a negative energy whatsoever. I feel like a lot of you guys are going off on a journey. Like, could just be, excuse me one second. Like a lot of this is like, it's a journey. Once again, you have this passion in the beginning, but I don't see this as a fear. I see this as a hope. I feel this as a hope. Like it's something that you're going off on a new journey and you're quite excited about it. I feel a really good energy from this card, and it just depends on what's going on in the rest of the reading, but I feel like this is a really, really positive time for you guys. There could be some stress and anxiety, right, about whatever is going on within the home and things like that, but overall, I think that you guys you're making the right choices, even though it might seem a little bit like Nine of Swords energy, right? You might be up at night having stress and anxiety, and some of you guys might not be sleeping as well as normal, right? Because you're working really hard on something. It's something new. You might not even know exactly like how to do it, how to approach it. It's a fresh new energy, and you may have manifested this into your life recently in the last month or two. And again, you might feel a little bit stuck with this Devil energy as well. I mean, it just depends on what it is that you're experiencing. But you do have the Emperor moving forward in the next, in the month of December. This is going to start to resonate for all of you, okay? Most of you guys, because this is here in the near future. And so whatever journey this Fool is going off into and this passionate new beginning y'all are working on, like you really, really have it. Like I don't feel like I feel like you are completely okay. You're protected. You have the strength in order to be able to achieve what it is that you want. Like you guys aren't really like big on giving up on things, right? So if you feel like you really want to get there, like you will do it. Nothing's really going to stop you, right? And here we do have, and this is at, excuse me one second, I have to look at that because I thought I read it backwards. I was like, wait a minute. So we have two nines. We have the Nine of Wands. And this is for the outcome, right? And so this guy, you guys have like a lot of, look. With the happy home, this is again like the overall energy of the reading, right? This is like where we started out. All this great stuff starts happening. Waves start to calm down. Everybody starts to kind of relax. you're working really hard at something. You have this full energy, right? You're feeling really good about yourself. I really feel like this is a good energy. Sometimes this guy can be a little bit reckless, but I feel like with this overall reading, like this is a good thing. You're just like, look, I'm going to do it. It's going to be fine. But then here we are at the end of the reading, right? We have the overall outcome. And we have the 9 of Wands, okay? So this is the thing, guys. This guy, he's holding this wand. He's like, take this from me. I'm going to take these other ones, and I'm going to stab you guys. Or like, he's very, very protective. He's like, look, don't mess with me. Do not mess with me. He's afraid, you know. This is a very fearful, almost like not so 9 of Swords-y, right? He doesn't have anxiety, but a little bit he does, right? Like, he's feeling he's not very comfortable in what's going on. And I just want to let you guys know that with the overall energy of this reading, like, the message is to, again, relax. Do what you need in order to relax. I mean, you're working away. I know, like, for those of you who have 9,000 things going on and you absolutely are just going to be hamster wheeling it through the month, take 5 minutes out of the day. Take, you know, whatever time that you can. Make time. Anybody can make time out of anything, right? You know, so you can be the busiest person on the planet and figure out a way to take time out for yourself. And you really needed that because you're going to be, this is a brand new start. So you can't go in, it's like when you're running a race, right? You can't just like, you have to pace yourself in a way that you're able to complete the task without completely exhausting yourself at the very beginning. Because if you go in like hauling ass, guns blazing, you know, like running like a million miles an hour, you're going to start to slow down and you're going to be like dragging yourself through the rest of the way. Don't do that, right? Because take it at a regular pace, okay? Do things as best as you can. Don't beat yourself up about it. You're doing the best you can. I want a follow-up card for this 9 of Wands, please. Thank you. Sorry, I'm getting, this card needs to come out, evidently. You guys, here's the thing. You're so worried and frustrated. Not so much. Some of you guys are going to be frustrated. Let's just put it that way. Okay. You're worried. You're like, I have this. You're very, very, very... With this wand here, this guy's like, I don't trust something. Something isn't going to be... It's not going to work. You're down on yourselves quite a bit. It's not negative, once again. Like, it's really not negative. It's all in your head is what I'm hearing. So, and then here as the follow-up is the 9 of Cups, right? This is the wish card, okay? So, again, I'm feeling a lot of magician energy in regards to, from the past, is that with what you're doing here in the month of December, like, try really hard, like, once again, I'm sorry to sound like a broken record, but this isn't really going to get you anywhere, right? Like, he's not going anywhere. It doesn't matter how many wands he has, he's not going anywhere. But with the wish card here, everything is going to work out, but I would say and suggest that you take the time to manifest it, right? Like, wishes sounds really dorky, but like, you don't get what you need standing here completely still. Something isn't just gonna typically for most of us in the world, something doesn't, 9 cups don't just fall out of the sky and say, hey, your wish is granted, you're cool, like, you're good to go. And then this guy's like, okay, cool, I'll put this down and walk away. You have to actually give yourself a break and allow yourself to be able to accept your wish to be granted and to come in and manifest that for yourself, okay? So that's the message that I'm getting for that. And then I'm going to pull a quick oracle card for your overall message for the month of December for Aries 2019. I hope this doesn't cut off. Sometimes it will. I don't like doing 2-part readings, but we'll see what happens. If it does, it's fine. Hopefully you guys are fine with it too. So what's the overall message for Aries, please, for the month of December 2019? Overall message, please. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, 2019. You show me one card, your overall message for Aries. For Aries 2019 for December, please. Overall message for Aries. Okay. Celebration. You guys. Oh my gosh. All right. So we got the Three of Cups, and we got celebration, we got dance. And what are these guys doing? Three of Cups, celebration, dance. So guess what? As hard as you work throughout the month, like I said, your wish is coming in, your wish is being granted. Overall message is going to be celebration. So that's awesome. But hey, just like I said, your wishes are coming in. Everything's going to work out for you. Give yourself a break. Relax. Take the time, because you have the Nine of Cups and you have the Celebration Oracle card. That is amazing. Okay, you're gonna have that time for the Three of Cups to dance if that's what you like to do, or something of the like, right? But yeah, get out of your head. Get out of your head. I know it's hard to do, especially when you're here in this moment currently. Some of you guys. Over the situation, right? And you're feeling stuck with the Devil card. But, give yourselves a break. Take that time. Remember what you were manifesting in the first place. Remember why you decided to do what you're doing with this passion, right? What brought you here in the first place? Like, what was the motivation? What was it that you wanted? Like, remember that strength that you guys had when you originally manifested the situation that you're now stressed about, okay? And when you remember that, you're going to ease yourself out of this crappy energy of feeling like you're not, maybe some of you guys don't feel like you're good enough, or that you're going to be able to succeed in this, but you will with the Nine of Cups, okay? And then you will have a celebration toward the end, okay? You are the Emperor. You've got this, okay? All right, Aries, have a great month. I'll talk to you guys in January. Mwah. Love you guys.